Hey there, StarCraft fans! It's Falcon Paladin coming at ya with yet another edition of StarCraft 2, A Legacy of the Void. Today, gonna be a match from Wardy between MaxPax and Elazer here on Curious Minds. Top left, it is MaxPax from Sidestorm Gaming, and in the bottom right, we've got Elazer. So two incredible European StarCraft 2 players. Elazer is a little bit more accomplished than MaxPax, but hey, MaxPax is on the up and coming. He is basically there, I feel like. He can do early game, mid game, late game, different strategies. He knows how to react to different Zerg strategies. He will see. And blocking the natural base here on Curious Minds. And Elazer says, I knew you were going to do that, so ka-chow. I'm going to take the third base instead. I don't feel like that is a one-up over the Protoss player, but sometimes it feels like it. Oof. All right, so this is from Wardy. If you don't know who Wardy is, go ahead and check out the links in the description. He does his own little premier tournaments featuring players like this, and like Maru and Bjorn and Cyril and Raynor and Clem, and I mean, like, I think Rogue's played for him a few times before. Like, I don't know, he just does the things. He loves StarCraft, he puts his heart and soul into it, and he's fantastic. Wardy's great. So, ba-bam. Actually, interestingly enough, not going for the 1-gate expand, getting a Cyber Core first here, which I don't think he needed to do. I don't know, if MaxPax is planning on being aggressive and wanting to maybe tech up a little bit faster, maybe get like some DTs out quickly, sure, the Cyber Core first makes sense, but if that's not what he's into, I'm very confused as to what the plan is here. Because there's no way that Elazer can harass you. His pool's finishing now. Like, even if he makes 6 slings right now and starts running them across the map, you have time to throw down a Nexus, and then throw down a Cyber Core, and then whatever you need to do here. Otherwise, it's just, yeah, look at this. There's 2 sets of lings, which indicates we just need these to deal with maybe incoming Adept harass, or hey, look, some incoming Zealot harassment here. I like that pretty good here, too. So, gonna cruise on out here. 4 lings can take down a Zealot, especially if there's any Queen support, which there might be eventually here. But look at MaxPax metagaming this. He's like, I forced the Zerg player to take this base, which means it's more easily accessible with my Zealot. He doesn't have to walk as far to get there. And there's an Adept on the follow-up. Oh, MaxPax, this is great. I mean, if this was one base, it'd be crazier. The fact that he's got a second base coming in indicates this is just some dedicated pressure. This isn't something where if he doesn't win with this, he's a dead man. But yeah, there we go. Zealot down. Adept here in the natural base. Nothing to kill here because there's not a hatch here. Because you blocked it. You know how this works. Queen getting 3 shots off, though. Bruh. Good micro here from Elazer, too. And then lings. Can you get out of there in time? Yes! Does escape with all of 11 HP. So not very happy, but, you know. Also not dead, which is nice. Oh, Adept does go down. This Adept. It's like, maybe we should get out of here. Maybe we should leave. Oh, we're going to recall it in. Look at MaxPax valuing every Adept. Twilight Council on the way. Maybe for some charge stuff. Maybe for some DTs, as I mentioned earlier. Elazer's like, you want to pressure me? I will pressure you, my friend. Yeah, Overlord says, you don't really have a lot going on here. Is that a hard wall? Well, it is. No, it's not. Nice warping of Adepts there against the lings. So yeah, I mean, it's with a shield. Wait, did he cancel the shield battery? He had a shield battery coming in that he canceled. He instead went to warp in a couple of Adepts there to hold it. And I don't know. Oh, it's a Resonating Glaives. All right, man. So MaxPax going Resonating Glaive Adept here after the early pressure here against Elazer, and I kind of like it. Kind of forced some early lings out from the Zerg, which he's not happy about at all. He's got 10 Zerglings where it's like, it's a lot of lings. But, I mean, again, the thing about Zerg is that you really don't want to make your army until the very last second that you need it, right? You'd rather be droning until that very minute. So is there a third Nexus as a Elazer? No, there's not. That's interesting. That is concerning. Lings roll. Get it? Oh, gosh, there's a lot of Adepts. Okay, shoot. Make more Zerglings. 20 Zerglings on the way now. Continue pumping Queens. Ling Queen can hold this. I used to think you would need Banelings or Roaches, but Ling Queen can do it. It just requires a very steady hand and some really nice micro, which Elazer's capable of. But he's throwing out a Roach Horn. He feels more comfortable with the Roach Warren. He's coming in here before the Resonating Glaive's Adept upgrade is done. Ah, cancels the Shade. And some Lings hacking away at the front. No, that's getting shut down quite nicely. Lings, uh-oh. Lings, you're not doing this with Resonating Glaives yet, MaxPax. What are you doing? Oh, gosh. Okay, so a lot of Adepts died right there. That was 9 Adepts down for 22 Lings, which is not a fair trade for the Protoss at all. Yeah, and then Queen. Oh, this Warp Prism just needs to get out of there. There's no reason to bounce back and forth when there's Queens. There's Queens who have you on their radar. All right, nice. So more drones coming in here. Elazer's like, oh, my worker count not as healthy as I want it to be right now, but I don't really have a choice, you know? Third base, warping in from MaxPax. This number of Adepts can hold it against Lings, but actually, can you? With Resonating Glaives. Look at this. He's like, do I want to kill? I'm going to try to kill you now. At least maybe force it. God, the Warp Prism micro there, too. Maybe force it to warp in here. Get some damage done. Remember when I was like, there's roaches? There they are. There are 3 of them, which really isn't going to do a whole lot at this point. So it's 43 to 23 army supply in favor of Elazer, but Lings and like 3 roaches are just not going to be able to kill that third base with any alacrity at all. All right, so I love this creep spread out to cover the entire main base. He knows the Warp Prism is a threat at all times. Queens transfused. Queen dead to the Resonating Glaives Adapts. And Shade finishes. That was a retreating Shade. Not an aggressive Shade there, which Elazer is very happy to see. He's got some Ravagers, which with that extra range, really good against these Adepts. Having extra range is excellent against harassment from Mass Adept, and really good against harassment from Mass Reaper in ZVT2. Ravagers are a big key here for the Zerg players. Baneling Nest is on the way from Elazer. He's got 3 bases. He's got a 4th coming in. Yeah, spreading this creep over to the left, which is where the fourth base is going to be. Seems intelligent. Lings really just kind of making a beeline over here. I don't know how I feel about that. Really don't know how I be feeling about that. Creep spread, pushing center, right. There are disruptors out, and here they are inside the Warp Prism. We saw those on the production tab a minute ago, obviously. So I don't know. Is this going to come down to some really nice disruptor hits, quite possibly? Against Lings, it's hard to get a connection on them because they're so fast and so able to dodge. Queens, though. Ugh. Taking some hits. Zerglings coming around the backside. Ravagers dodging. Ravagers need to get back in here, but they're also worried about the Adept shading, which they do. They do shade over this direction, but the Roaches have them. And look at that. Forcing another recall here. A couple Adepts die. Some of them make it out on the evacuation. Units lost here today. 21 Adepts and a Zealot have died for MaxPax. 63 Lings. No Roaches and no Ravagers have gone yet for the Zerg player. So interesting good stuff from here, Elazer. Gotta say, pretty impressed. Colossus on the way. MaxPax says, I need the splash damage. All of the splash damage. Give me disruptors. Give me Colossus. Give me High Templar, quite possibly here too. Don't see why not. Extended Thermal Lance, so he is committing to the Colossus. It's, I mean, a Protoss that makes a Colossus is usually gonna make more of them. It's pretty rare that Protoss is like, I need 1 Colossus, thank you. Do you need any more? Asks the robotics facility. No, says the Protoss. 1 is good. Disruptor drop! Ugh, 6 drones down. Okay, 7 drones down. So the second one got 1 connection. Not great. A laser might just brute force this thing. It's 90 to 52 army supply. He's got way more. Nice hallucinated Phoenix Scout, though. Love that from MaxPax. All right. And this is, I mean, it's slow Banelings. The Centrifugal Hooks is almost done. Dude, the 2 Colossus, though, is kind of awesome. There's a Changeling in the mix. Kite back, kite back. If you just stand there, you're going to die. Banelings trying to roll on in. They do get 8. 14 probes die, plus the shield battery goes down. Abject chaos here at the 3rd base. Corrosive Biles landing, taking down a pylon. Colossus makes it safely back into the main base with 20 kills. The other one has 24, but the 3rd base is dead. MaxPax just lost his 3rd. Elazer, I think, just weathered the storm and out-macroed the younger Protoss player really effectively here. And yeah, 3rd base is toast. Some Stalkers come in and try to deal with this, but economically, it is not looking good all of a sudden for MaxPax. He's trying to Blink Stalker his way, but I don't think he even has Blink. So, oh, he does have Blink. Trying to Blink Stalker his way to victory. Trying to Disruptor his way to victory here too. But there are more roaches, more Lings coming all the time. Lings getting free hits. Colossus with 30 kills. Wow, 30 kill Colossus looking good. The other one, that's the one that was a new one. GG! Game 1 of our Sneaky Twofer is complete. Bam, and Elazer gets that win in the Sneaky Twofer. So really aggressive stuff there from MaxPax. I'm impressed by him for sure. But, end of the day, couldn't quite get enough economic damage done on Elazer. Only killed 7 drones. Really, I mean, only killed Lings and Banelings here today. Not a lot of Roaches or Ravagers died. 5 Ravagers total went down. 0 Roaches died today, which is kind of insane. I guess there's only 10 of them out on the field. And other ones, you probably morph the wounded ones into Ravagers, which is the smart thing to do. But yeah, 23 probes on Nexus, 3 Colossus. I think MaxPax was maybe trying to go too many directions at once here, right? Disruptors and Colossus didn't really have the meat of the army that he needed there to kind of buffer here. Like charge lots would be good there, maybe a lot more Stalkers. Instead of, it's like 2 Colossus and a handful of units, right? It's kind of all over the place. So game 1's in the books. Let's move on to game number 2 of the Sneaky Twofer. We'll see who's going to come out on top there. We'll be back right now, actually. Game 2, the Sneaky Twofer is here on Berlingrad. And yes, Elazer has a 1-game-0 lead in the Sneaky Twofer. Top left, it is MaxPax. In the bottom right again, it's going to be Berlingrad's Elazer. Don't know why I said it that way. We're on the map Berlingrad, but Elazer's team is not Berlingrad. But he's on this map, so maybe Berlingrad does own him right now at this game. Anyway, blocking the hatch again here with this very non-sneaky probe. Let's see what we get. And once again, Elazer's like, I know what you're going to do, so I'm going to throw it on the hatch down here. Man, did you guys see GSL? Did you see... Who was it? It was Rogue versus Creator in the GSL Best of 7 finals for Season 2 this year. It was not that long ago. But holy smokes, Rogue was like, yo, I know the meta here. What I'm going to do is I'm going to act like, oh no, you blocked my natural. I'm going to throw it on a third. Just kidding. When the probe leaves after he sees it go down, cancel it. Come up here and proxy hatch on this high ground. I think it was on Berlingrad that he did this too. And he knows that Protoss, they don't generally come back around to check to make sure this thing actually finished or not. Because Zerg always do it. And Rogue took advantage of that fact. And the only time Creator knew this was happening was when Creep started showing up here. When Creep starts showing up at your natural base and you don't know it's happening until then, you're in a bad place, man. That was horrible. So yeah, Rogue won that game. It was awesome. It was some of the most incredible mind gaming, meta gaming I've seen in a while in StarCraft 2. So way to go, Rogue. What a boss. And that's what you gotta do. If you're gonna be one of the best players in the world, if you're gonna be a world champion like Rogue is, you're gonna be a GSL champion, you gotta innovate in addition to just playing really standard, solid, incredible play. Right? If you can play the standard matchups, great. And you know all the build orders and you know all the compositions and you can micro perfectly, that's fantastic. But also if you can innovate, that puts you on another level. If you can do stuff that the announcers and the other players are not going to expect, you're gonna go far. That's part of it. It just is. Overlord out here trying to see what's what. Gonna see an Adept moving out. Gonna see the probe coming home. We're coming home. That didn't happen. Any English football fans watching here today? I don't know. Twilight Council again on the opening here for MaxPax. Creep spread. Did he go? Oh, he went inject before creep. Oh, he's not here to creep spread. Here to get some early shots off on this Adept. I love that. Oh, already into the yellow. An Adept being into the yellow is really bad. Got a few kills. A couple kills there is not too shabby, but stayed away from the drones, and that's exactly what Elazer is going for here. Once again, scouting what's coming out. This time it's a Stalker, so the Overlord is dead. Fortunately for him. Adept, gonna shade on back home too. Doesn't have a lot of HP here. Red. In disred. And it's a robotics facility here for MaxPax 2. So this could be another Resonating Glaives Adept play, but it seems like doing that twice in the same little series is a bad idea. And this is part of a larger series played by the two players out on Wardy's Twitch channel in, like, March. So keep that in mind, that this is something where Resident Enclave Adepts were... Oh my gosh, he is doing it again. Wow, alright, cool. So MaxPax is like, well, didn't get a win the first time I went Resident Enclaves. He's not going to expect me to do it again. Yeah, I don't know why he would think that. But drone. Lot of drones on the way. Creep spread. Pushing out. Pushing left. Pushing up. Pushing right. Pushing north and east and west, kind of. Like a southwest direction here and a northeastist direction here, too. But Elazer, pretty happy, I gotta say. He's getting a Roach Warren now. To where the last time it was Resident Enclave's Adepts, like 5 minutes ago, he didn't have a Roach Warren until the first attack showed up. But also, the Adepts showed up before Resident Enclaves was done. So that might have thrown Elazer off too. He's like, who? What? How did Lings get in the house? Oh, sick run by. Sick run by. But there's Resident Enclave Adepts to deal with them, which is pretty good, actually. If you're trying to clean up Lings running all over the place inside your main, Rezo Adepts are going to be pretty fantastic. Trying to get a surround. Oh, recall out. Okay. They do not recall out. They shaded out there. A few Lings still inside the house, keeping some Adepts busy. Adepts that could not be on the front lines. Or they could be on the front lines, but instead they're back here. Stalker pretty good at dealing with it too. Alright, so Lings get wiped out. How many probes actually died there? 0? MaxPax, you mad lad. 0. 0 probes died. Lings get a full surround, and once again, gotta evacuate. Just Adepts have extra backup evacuation forms. 1, they have shade out, and 2, they have recall out. That's a lot of Lings, man. Holding the 3rd, though, very intelligently. Man, Elazer does not have a lot of drones right now. 39 workers at 5 minutes is like, okay, that's good. Good. You can do better. Does Lings have any upgrades? Nothing has upgrades except for the metabolic boost. So, Ravager in production, some Roaches here too, some Queens. This is how Elazer prefers to handle this, is mostly Lings, some Queens, some Ravagers, and some Roaches. Don't finish that shade, that's terrible. Doesn't finish the shade, and, doesn't go for a base, just backs out. MaxPax, not liking what he's seeing here. Immortal in production, 3rd base, as mentioned, warping in. Creep spread in. Extra creep tumors on each side really helps the creep spread more quickly, but also in the early game, when your Queens are used for defense for the most part, it's hard to move them out and try to throw down additional tumors, especially when there's Adepts running around. Oh, there's an Observer out. They're killing your tumors. So frustrating. And once again, just maybe going to try to kill a Queen or 2 here, but finish the shade, finish the shade. Finished the shade, and then backed out. Good positioning there from our Queen player, Elazer. Shutting that down quite nicely. So Blink's on the way here too. MaxPax kind of just rolling it back a little bit. Although, I don't know, we're not seeing any disruptors. It's going to be Immortals. Yeah, Immortals in the Warp Prism here today, which is really bad against Lings. Good against Roaches, but really bad against Ling Queen Ravager, which is kind of largely what Elazer's rolling with here. I don't know about this choice for Immortals at all. For MaxPax, I disagree with it. 5 Ravagers coming in. Oh, there's all those Roaches. Yeah, so the Immortals, I mean, they're putting big hits on and everything, but they don't do bonus damage versus the Queens here. Oh, the Queens are not attacking. Queens, maybe stop move commanding and actually start killing stuff. Get some, some Adepts rolled into the main base, got a few drones. That's what we're talking about. 8 drones getting killed there. A little sneaky side slither here into the main base to get some of that damage done. More creep spread happening. Queen count is heavy enough to do that. I need to work on this. I need to have 11 Queens at 7.5 minutes in my games. Maybe is it just a never stop making Queens thing for the first like 7 minutes? And I guess he made a lair, so he stopped making Queens on the main base for a minute anyway. Yeah, Queens just transfuses. Queen's pretty good against Immortals, it turns out. chasing off creeps not really the forte, but keeping the Warp Prism out. Ooh, 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 ooh. No. Warp Prism, no. Dodge. Okay, beautiful. Beautiful dodge there. Okay, centrifugal hooks finishing up here soon. 14 banelings coming in. That's an attack into the third base that I'm not sure that MaxPax is aware of. He's covering the southern. Oh no, yes, he's kind of covering the southwestern flank, but sneaking on in. Oh, he's slow baneling his way in though. It's like, hey, pay attention to me. Pay attention to this. Ah, the banelings though. No, he didn't run the probes. Oh gosh. Oh gosh. Finally, Baneling's speed finishes up. Oh my gosh. That's so many Banelings. Don't kill that Immortal. Do not. It's so many Banelings to kill an Immortal. It's the worst trade efficiency of all time. GG! Elazer comes out on top, gets game 2 of our sneaky twofer, and kind of outpaces the younger kid here today, doesn't he? Kind of just puts him through the paces, makes him feel like maybe he's got a long way to go with the way that Elazer was playing here. In the ZVP, Elazer is an excellent Zerg player. Not quite on the level of your Serals, your Clems, or your Rainers, but I feel like he has the potential to get there for sure. Yeah, there's just so many Banelings. Plus, he's got 57 workers at home. This is just a testament to how almost easy you can make it look. Right? How easy you can make it look if you defend the harassment from an enemy Terran or Protoss as Zerg, right? If you defend very, very well, take minimal losses, do some really good trades there too. And then just overall, that's gonna be much easier for you to counterattack, right? If your economy is kept largely intact and you don't lose an entire army of Lings or an entire army of Banelings or whatever, right? Then it almost doesn't matter that the harassment was even attempted. So fantastic, truly fantastic job there from our guy, Elazer. And that's it. That's it for me today. So this has been Falcon Paladin coming at you with yet another edition of StarCraft 2 Legacy of the Void. Go ahead, hit that like button, hit that subscribe if you like what you saw and what you heard today. You can also catch me on Twitter, Facebook, Patreon, and Twitch, all at /Falcon Paladin. And until next time, as always, thank you so much for watching. You take care of yourself.